The question here is integral 1 to 2 3 to the power of x dx. Okay, first evaluate it as an indefinite integral. But I is equal to integral 3 to the power of x dx. So from direct formula, you can write this as 3 to the power of x by log 3 plus c. Now you put the limits. Therefore, integral 1 to 2 3 to the power of x dx is equal to 3 to the power of x by ln 3 integrated between the limits 1 to 2. Now ln 3 is a constant. You can take it out. So 1 by ln 3. You take it out. You get 3 to the power of x integrated between 1 to 2. So you get 1 by ln 3. And you put the upper limit first. You get 3 square. And then you put the lower limit, 3 to the power of 1. So you get 9 minus 1, 9 minus 3 by ln 3, which is equal to 6 by ln 3. And that is your answer. Okay, next, number 4. You have integration of pi by 6 to pi by 3 sine 2x. Again, evaluate it as an indefinite integral first. Integral sine 2x dx is equal to, the integration of sine is cos with a minus sign. So minus cos 2x by 2 plus c. So therefore, now you give the limits here. Integration pi by 6 to pi by 3 sine 2x dx is equal to minus cos 2x by 2 evaluated between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. Now, because you have a negative sign inside, if you want to get rid of this negative sign, we would like to interchange the limits, right? And not only that, I have a 2 here, so I can take half out. I can write this as cos 2x. Now, because I have removed the negative sign, I would like to interchange the limits pi by 3 to pi by 6. So this becomes half. Now you can evaluate it. Cos twice pi by 6, put the upper limit first and then the lower limit. Cos twice pi by 3, which is equal to half cos pi by 3 minus cos 2 pi by 3, which is equal to half cos pi by 3, and cos 2 pi by 3 is an obtuse angle. You can convert it to an acute angle by writing 2 pi by 3 as pi minus pi by 3. Is equal to half cos 2 pi by 3, pi by 3 minus cos. Now this is what? An even multiple of pi by 2. Half cos pi by 3 minus, now even multiple, which quadrant is this angle in? In the second quadrant. And even multiple, so cos will remain cos. And in the second quadrant, cos is negative. So you get minus cos pi by 3. Right? So you get half cos pi by 3 plus cos pi by 3, which is equal to half of twice cos pi by 3. These two cancel. You simply get cos pi by 3. And how much is cos pi by 3? Half. And that's your answer. Okay. Number 5. Integral 0 to pi by 2 cos square pi x by 2. First evaluate it as an indefinite integral. Cos square x by 2 dx. How do you integrate this? If you remember, I told you whenever you see a square of a trigonometric function, try to convert it to a multiple angle. So you write this as integral half 2 cos square x by 2 dx. Now you can take half out of the integral to get 2 cos square x by 2 dx, which is equal to half. Now from multiple angle formula, you know 2 cos square a is 1 plus cos 2a. So 1 plus cos x simply, which is equal to half. Now you can distribute the integral. You get integral dx plus integral cos x dx is equal to half x plus sin x plus c. Okay, so we have evaluated this as an indefinite integral. Now we put the limits. Therefore, what are the limits? Integral 0 to pi by 2. Cos square x by 2 dx is equal to half x plus sin x. Write it without the constant of integration. This evaluated between the limits 0 to pi by 2. You take the half out, you can simply write this as x plus sin x evaluated between 0 to pi by 2. Now you put the upper limit first. Pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2. Now you put the lower limit minus 0 plus sin 0. Okay. So now you get your half pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is simply 1. And this part is 0. So you simply get half of pi by 2 plus 1. That's your answer. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Number 6. Evaluate this as an indefinite integral first. The question is integral 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power of 4x. So sine to the power of 4x dx. So you can write this as sine square x square dx, which can now be written as integration of, I take a 4 sine square x square dx. Now why did I take a 4? I took a 4, I take 1/4 out. I took a 4 there because I want this 4 to get inside this. So this will become 2 sine square x square dx. So this now becomes 1/4. From multiple angle formula, 2 sine square a is 1 minus cos 2a and with a whole square dx. Now you expand with a minus b whole square formula. A square plus b square minus 2ab dx, which is equal to 1/4. Now you can separate the integral. Integral dx plus integral cos square 2x dx minus integral 2 cos 2x dx. One fourth integral dx is simply x. Now in order to evaluate this integral, again what we do, we take a half outside the integral and write this as 2 cos square 2x dx. And here we can take 2 out, write this simply as cos 2x dx. So you get 1/4 x plus half 2 cos square x can be written as, from multiplying a formula, 1 plus cos 2x minus 2 cos 2x can be written as sin 2x by 2, and you give a constant of integration. So this is half 1/4 of x plus, there's an integration sign here, okay, dx. Now you separate this integral, you'll get half integral dx plus integral cos 2x dx, and this 2 and this 2 cancels here. So you simply get minus sin 2x plus c. So you get here 1/4 x plus half of x plus sin 2x by 2, because integral cos 2x is sin 2x by 2 minus sin 2x plus c. So you get here 1/4 x plus half x plus sin 2x by 4 minus sin 2x plus c, which is equal to 1/4 x plus half x is, take the LCM, you'll get 3x by 2. And here sin 2x by 4 minus sin 2x, you take the LCM, you simply get minus 3 sin 2x by 4. Right? So this is what we are getting as our integral and plus a constant of integration. So what are the limits here? Now if you see, the limits here are 0 to pi by 2. So therefore, integral 0 to pi by 2 sin to the power of 4x dx is equal to 1/4 3x by 2 minus 3 sin 2x by 4. This evaluated between the limits 0 to pi by 2. You take 1/4 out, you get 3x by 2 minus 3 sin 2x by 4, evaluated between 0 to pi by 2. Now you put the upper and the lower limits. First you put the upper limit, you'll get 3 pi by 2 divided by 2 minus 3 sin twice pi by 2 divided by 4. After putting the upper limit, now you put the lower limit, which is 0. So 3 into 0 divided by 2 minus 3 sin 2 into 0 divided by 4. So in fact, the part within the curly brackets actually becomes 0. So you get here 1/4 of 3 pi by 4 minus, here pi by 2 will cancel. So you simply get 3 sin pi by 4 minus, all this is 0. So you get 1/4 of, now how much is sin pi? Sin pi is also 0. So you simply get 1/4 of 3 pi by 4. Your answer is 3 pi by 16. That's your answer. Is it clear? So this was a long one and also an important integral, because sin to the power of 4x was there. We are converting to sin square, and then we are expanding and again evaluating this integral as a multiple angle. Okay. And the last one. Let's see, number 7. I is equal to integral cos theta cosec square theta d theta. Okay. Now see here, first evaluate this as an indefinite integral. Change cosec to 1 by sine. So you get 1 by sine square theta d theta. So what you are getting here, integral cos theta by sine square theta d theta. Now this can be written as 1 by sine theta into cos theta by sine theta d theta. That means this now can be written as 1 by sine is cosec theta and cos theta by sine theta is cot theta. And cosec cot is a standard integral, which is is equal to minus cosec theta plus a constant of integration. So now what are the limits here? Pi by 4 to pi by 2. Therefore, integral pi by 4 to pi by 2 cos theta cosec square theta d theta is equal to minus cosec theta evaluated between the limits pi by 4 to pi by 2. If you want, you can remove the sign and interchange the limits, or otherwise what you can also do is you can take the negative sign outside and keep the upper and the lower limits unchanged. Pi by 4 to pi by 2. So what you get here is minus cosec pi by 2 minus cosec pi by 4. So you get here cosec pi by 4 minus cosec pi by 2. Change cosec to sine. And 1 by sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. And 1 by sine pi by 2 is simply 1. So you get here answer is root 2 minus 1. That's it. Okay. Any question?